Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's top tower is under attack.
First blood, and the atmosphere's electric.
My life ends.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I keep my enemy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Do it with flair.
It's DOTA. Lost my spark.
A little advice. Stay dead.
Yes.
Rock it on. Good wind takes me. And it's off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What time is it? Flares here.
You pay for what you've done.
Rock it on. And it's flares here. And coming.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And it's off. And coming. Homing in.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Do it with flair. Homing in. And it's off. Rock it on.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And coming. Rock it on.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Boom.
under attack.
And it's off. There it goes. Boom. There it goes. Do it with flair. And coming. Rock it on. Boom. There it goes. Do it with flair. And coming.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Rock
under
it on.
attack.
Flares here. Rock it on. Boom. There. Flares here.
Radiant's
And
top
it's
tower
off.
is
And
under
coming.
attack.
Coming in. If you come back. Flares here. And it's off. Boom. There it goes. Rock it on. Do it with flair. Boom. There. Homing in. And it's up. Do it with flair. Rock it on.
Radiant's top
Flares
tower
here.
is under attack.
Homing in. And it's off. And coming. Boom. There it goes.
Radiant's
Rock it
middle
on.
tower is under attack.
Homing in. And coming. And it's off. Long range. Boom.
Radiant's
there it
bottom-
goes. Do it with flair.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Coming in.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Do it with flair.
Radiant's
Boom.
top
Yeah,
tower
there it
has
goes.
Get
fallen.
it. That was bad.
Tell me someone saw that. And
Radiant's middle tower is under
coming
attack.
in. Rock it on. And it's off. Incoming. Flares here. Flares here.
Radiant's
Do
top
it with
tower is
flair.
under
Coming
attack.
in. Incoming. Boom. There it goes. Rock it on. And it's off. Coming in. And it's off. Death. Do it with flair. Boom. There it goes. Flares here. Rock it on. Incoming. Flares here. Homing in. Incoming. Rock it on. Boom. There it goes. Where'd that in? Flares here. Boom. There it goes. And it's off. Homing in. Do it with flare. Rock it on. Incoming.
At least we're not stuck in
You
coils.
didn't see that coming. And it's off. Incoming.
Radiant are
Homing in.
scanning.
Boom. There it goes. Do it with flare. And it's off.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Rock it
attack.
on. Homing in. Incoming. Boom. There it goes. Incoming. Rock it on. Flares here. And it's off. Boom.
Dire's
Redo
turret
it with
has been
flare.
killed.
Homing in. Boom. There it goes. Flares here. Rock
Radiant's
it
bottom
on.
barracks
Homing
are under
in.
attack.
Do it. Incoming. Homing in. Boom. There it goes. And it's off. Rock it on. And it's off. Boom. There it goes. Rock it
Dire's
on.
middle tower is under attack.
Homing in.
Dire's structures
Do
are
it with
fortified.
flare. Boom. There it goes. And it's off. Rock it on. Boom. There it goes. Homing in. I tested your metal. I found it wanting. Do it with flare. Incoming. Flares here. Flares here. Homing in. Do it with flare. And it's off. Do it with flare. Incoming. Homing in. Rock it on. Boom. There it goes. And it's off. Flares here. Incoming. Do it with flare. Flares here. Homing in. Rock it on. Boom. There it goes. And it with that. Rock it on.
Radiant's
Flares
middle
here.
tower is under
And it's
attack.
off. Do it with flare.
Radiant's middle
Incoming.
tower has
Boom.
fallen.
There it homing in. Flares here. Incoming. And it's off.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Rock it on. Boom. There it goes. Do it with flare.
Radiant's middle
Coming
barracks
in.
are under attack.
Flares here.
Radiant's middle barracks
Incoming.
has fallen.
Boom. There it goes.
Radiant's
It's
top
off.
tower
Do
is
it
under
with
attack.
flare. Rock it on. Homing in. Homing in. And it's off. Incoming.
Radiant's bottom barracks
Flares
are under
here.
attack.
Boom. There it goes. Do it with flare. Rock it on. Boom. There it incoming. Incoming. Homing in. Boom. There it goes. Flares here. Homing in. Rock it on.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Incoming. And it's off. Long range kill. Do it with flare. Homing in. Boom. There it goes. Incoming. Do it with flare. Rock it on. Incoming. And it's boom. There it goes. Do it with flare. Flares here. Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Homing in. Do it with flare and homing in. Boom, there it goes. Rocket on. Flares here and coming. Rocket on. Do it with flare. Flares here. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Homing in. And coming. And coming. Tell me someone saw that. Homing in. And coming. Do it with flare. Boom, there it goes.
Let me hear the end of this.
Flares, you didn't see that. Flares here. Homing in. Do it with flare.
Radiant's top
Incoming.
tower is
Rocket
under
on.
attack.
Boom, there it goes. And it's off. And coming.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Flares here. Do it with flare. Flares here. Rocket on. Homing out. Talk air. Rocket on. Homing in.
Dire's bottom
Flares
tower
here.
is under attack.
Homing in. Do it with flare.
Dire's structures are
Boom, there
fortified.
it goes. And coming. And it's off. Most accurate. Boom, there it goes. Boom, there it goes. Homing in. And it's off. Rocket on. Do it with flare. And it's off. Boom, there it goes. Flares here. Homing in. And coming. Do it with flare. And coming.
Radiant's bottom
Rocket on.
is fallen.
Boom, there it goes. Homing in. Flares here. And it's off. Long range. Rocket on.
Comes round
Do it with flare. Flares here. Boom, there it goes. And coming. And it's off. Do it with flare. Rocket on. Boom, there it and it's off. And coming. Flares here. Homing in. And coming. Boom, there it goes. Rocket on. Flares here. Do it with flare. Homing in. And there it goes. And it's off. Homing in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Where'd that come from, right? And it's off. And coming. Flares stealing your eye. Homing in. Do it with
Radiant's
flare.
middle barracks are under attack.
Rocket on. And coming. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Do it with flare. Flares here. Rocket on. Homing in. Flares here. And coming. Do it with flare. Long range rampage. Boom, there it goes. Rocket on. And it's off. Homing in.
Illusion.
And it's off. Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. And coming. Flares here. Do it with flare. Long range kill.
Radiant's
Homing
middle
in.
barracks are under attack.
Rocket on. And coming. Homing in. Boom, there it
Radiant's middle
goes.
barracks has
Do
fallen.
it with flare. Flares here. And it's off.
Radiant's
And
top
it's off.
barracks has fallen.
Homing in. Do it with flare.
Lost my way between the worlds for
And
Radiant's
coming.
top barracks has fallen.
Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. Coming. And it's off. Homing in. Rocket on. Boom, there it goes. Flares here.
Dire's middle barracks
Do it with
has
flare.
fallen.
And it's off. Not this. Rocket on. Homing in. And it's off. Do it with flare. Homing in. Boom, there it goes. Rock it on. Do it with flare. And it's incoming. Flares here. Rock it on. Flares here. Incoming. You didn't see that?
Scanning.
Homing in. Boom, there it goes. Incoming. Rock it on. And it's off. Do it with flare.
Jax stuck.
Boom, tell me someone saw that. Flares here. Homing in. Incoming. Do it with flare. Rock it on. Flares here. And it's off. It's off. Flares here. Do it
Dire
with flare.
structures are fortified.
Homing in.
Dire's top
Boom,
tower
there it
is under
incoming.
attack.
And it's off. Do it
Dire's
with
top
flare.
tower
Rock
is
it
falling.
on.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
That, my friends, is why metal will never die. Boom, there it do it with flare.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Immortality.
Homing in. And it's off. Flares here. Incoming. Incoming. Flares here. Boom, there it goes. And it's off. Homing in. Do it with flare. Rock it
We
on.
said things would catch up with me.
Homing in. Long range red. Boom, there it goes. Incoming. Flares here. And it's off. Do it with flare. Homing in. And it's off. Rock it on. Boom, there it goes. Incoming. Flare. Flares here. Do it with flare.
Dire's
Flares
middle
here.
tower is under attack.
Incoming. Homing in. And it's off. Boom, there it goes. Shut your trap. And it's off. Homing in. Incoming. Rock it on. Boom, there it goes. Do it with flare. Flares here. Rock it on. Boom, there it goes. Homing in. Where'd that come from, right? Incoming. And it's off. Flares here. Do it with flare. And it's off. Do it with flare. Rock it on. Flares here. Incoming. Boom. There it goes. Homing in. Flares here. And it's off.
Ancient
And
is
it's
under
off.
attack.
Incoming. Homing in. Boom. There it goes. Rock it
Radiant's
on.
ancient is under attack.
Flares here. Do it with flare. Boom, there it goes. Flares here. Do it with flare. Incoming.
Radiant's ancient is under
Homing in.
attack.
Where you over? And it's off. Rock it on. Do it with flare. And it's off. Rock it on. Homing in. Incoming. Boom, there it flares here. Incoming.
Radiant's ancient is
And
under
it's
attack.
off. Boom, there it goes. Homing in. Do it with flare. Rock it
Radiant's
on.
ancient is under attack.
Flares here. Flares here. Boom, there
Radiant
it
structures
goes.
are fortified.
Homing in.
Radiant's ancient
Polish
is
mine.
under attack.
Incoming. Do it with flare. And it's
Dire
off.
victory.